Hey everyone, Mr. Pesetsky here from the College and Career Center, talking to you about FAFSA once again. Why? Because it is so important. Even if you feel like you can't qualify, you won't be able to qualify, it's still so important. You might not be eligible for the Pell Grant, but it opens up so many other scholarship and grants for you if you have filled it out. If you don't, you're very, very limited in the amount of aid you will receive. So definitely fill it out. This is how your financial aid is going to be determined. It's based on your annual household income, number of people in your household, number of people in your household attending higher education. So if you have a sibling going to college, that's going to definitely impact your aid in a good way. If you have maybe a parent or guardian in the household going to college, as long as they're going full time, that's also going to help. So make sure you're adding all that information into the FAFSA. And if you, as a student, have earnings or savings that you can contribute to your tuition, that's also going to be included in the calculation. And then that calculation comes up with your expected family contribution. It's not necessarily the amount you're expected to pay, but it's more of an index to determine your household's financial strength. And then the university takes that and determines how much aid that they can award you. Special circumstances include health expenses, loss of property, death in the family, and of course, coronavirus now. If your household has lost an income due to coronavirus, that's definitely a special circumstance. If you've already submitted the FAFSA, or if you're hesitant to fill out the FAFSA because you don't know what the future holds, what you would do is fill out the FAFSA as if everything was okay. There's nothing new going on. And then because you're going to upload your 2018 taxes to the FAFSA, and then should something change, you're going to contact the school to which you are planning to enroll and ask for either the parent review form or the personal judgment form. Typically they're online, so they will send you a link, and then you just fill it out, they submit it back to the school, and the school will then recalculate your financial aid. So, but they can only do that if you submit the FAFSA. So make sure you submit the FAFSA, and then should something happen, make sure you contact the school immediately and request one of those forms. By filling out the FAFSA, you may be eligible for these grants. The Pell Grant is at $6,195 this year. It goes up a little bit each year. It went up $100 this year. I don't know what it will be next year, but it goes up every year. Then if you have that zero EFC, which means your family or your household can't afford anything, then you may be eligible for this additional $4,000 grant. If you want to be a teacher, you may also qualify for this $4,000 grant as well. The catch is you would have to teach at a inner city school for 4 years, but you get that teach grant of an additional $4,000 to help pay for your education. Then if you had a parent serve in Iraq or Afghanistan and they were killed in the line of duty, then you would also be eligible for this grant. And then if you had parents also killed in the line of duty as a firefighter, a police officer, or any of those first responder type fields, you would be eligible for an additional $4,000 grant from there. But again, only if you fill out the FAFSA. So the University of Arizona opened up or announced recently that they will do this Pell Pledge. You must be Pell eligible. So you must have definitely applied for FAFSA and have a little bit of that Pell Grant. Any amount of Pell, like just because the Pell Grant is at $6,195, you may be eligible for all of it or some of it. So even if you're eligible for just a little bit, maybe $500 from Pell, you'd still be eligible for this program. However, it was due by March 1st in order to be eligible. So if you submitted your FAFSA to U of A and you're Pell eligible and you did it by March 1st, you're good. You're going to qualify for this program. If you have not filled out the FAFSA yet and are submitting it to the U of A after March 1st, you are not eligible for this program. But what it does is it will cover the cost of your base tuition. Not fees, room and board are not covered. In the FAFSA, it asks you if you want to be considered or check eligibility for federal work study. The answer is yes, you definitely want that. It's based on your demonstrated need, and it will provide you a job on campus, a little over minimum wage, about 20 hours a week, and it's a perfect opportunity to earn some money that's for you. It's to help you with your cost of living for gas, pizza, whatever. So first step to filling out the FAFSA is going to fsaid.ed.gov. This is how FAFSA verifies your identity. You are going to need an FSA ID as well as a parent or guardian who's the person who's going to be submitting taxes. This is how, again, the government verifies your ID and how you're going to be able to upload your taxes to the FAFSA. So I have another video on our channel to talk to you about how to walk through that, but that's the first step into filling out the FAFSA. Once you have the FSA ID, you're going to go to FAFSA.gov, and you are going to click Start Here for a new FAFSA. If you need to log back in to either correct some information or add a school, you're going to click here for login. If you don't have a laptop or have a problem connection to Wi-Fi, you can download the Student Aid app, and you have access to everything you need there as well. You can create an FSA ID from clicking that, and then once you do that, it will take you to the FAFSA website via this app. So that's another opportunity to fill out the FAFSA. So you're going to use the data retrieval tool to upload your taxes. It's the easiest, most reliable way to do it. You don't have to worry about finding your 2018 taxes, shuffling through it, scanning it in, uploading it, and all that stuff. It just automatically does it for you. And these are the steps you would want to take to do it. So you can follow those closely. And it also outlines it for you as you fill out the FAFSA. Once you do that, you will receive the SAR, the Student Aid Report, and this is what colleges will receive as well. So this gives you your EFC. Right here it says 7912. That's a pretty high EFC, so it will tell you that you are not eligible for the Pell Grant, but you may be eligible for other aid. Your school will use the EFC to determine your financial aid eligibility for other grants, loans, etc. So again, to my point, where you might not be eligible for the Pell Grant, but you will be eligible or could be eligible for other opportunities, but you would only know that if you fill out the FAFSA. So common mistakes when you're filling it out. Not completing the form is the top one, because a lot of times it feels like you've completed it, but you haven't. Maybe you forgot to hit submit or whatever. So just make sure that you have completed it, and we'll go through the entire process. And then make sure you're signing the FAFSA form, and your parent, maybe you're filling it out and you have to sign it, but your parent or guardian also has to sign it. So if it's missing a signature, it won't get processed. So make sure everybody has signed that needs to sign. Okay, if you need help, you can always text Benji at the number listed on this slide. If you need help in a different language, they have actually just launched a new program where you text Benji #language, and it will ask you which language you would like, and you can say whatever one you need, Russian, Spanish, what have you, and it will respond back in that language. So that's a pretty cool feature. They just launched that about 10 days ago. You're always welcome to email me or call my Google Voice number at any time, and I'll be happy to help you out with filling out the FAFSA or answer any questions you may have. And that is it. Thanks, guys. Hope you're staying safe and be well. Hope to see you all soon.